The year is 2023. RuneScape as we know it has been around for 22 years and has gone through an insane amount of changes throughout its history. Today we have a large amount of variety when it comes to what weapon to use, what armor to wear, alongside a very diverse inventory. Forget everything that you know about the game and let's go back to the year of 2005, an era we often look back upon with rose-tinted glasses, but in reality is very daunting, especially for players that came after this time. Features like F keys, data orbs, and resizable mode did not exist. Clients such as Moonlight did not exist either, with its hundreds of plugins used to aid us in our adventures at Gillinor. Armor and weapon choice was much more restricted back then as well. You're not taking a twisted bow to the Dagannoth Kings, no blowpipe to the fight caves, and no using a scythe for the Calphite Queen. This is of course just barely scratching the surface of what gear and features those in 2005 did not have. After watching Rargh's Lost in 2005 Ironman series, I noticed two things. One is that I became inspired to start my own 2005 locked account, and the second one being is that he has not finished the account and has not uploaded anything to the playlist since 2019. He has not visited the Dagannoth Kings, no fire cave, although he has a decent amount of Barrows chests completed. And I hate to call him out for it, as I really admire the effort and time that he's put into the account, but man, I think I could speak for a lot of people. I wish that account was finished, which is why today I want to begin my own journey and forge my own path on a brand new 2005 locked Ultimate Ironman and finish what he has started. So come join me as we go back in time to the year of 2005 with the end goal of tackling the era's hardest challenges, the Dagannoth Kings, Jad, Calphite Queen, Barrows, and many more. Let's get started. Welcome to my 2005 Ultimate Ironman, and as you may notice, my name is CreateCat757, and I don't know what that means either, but I thought in the spirit of 2005, I would just give myself a random name thanks to RuneScape's random name generator on Tutorial Island. So first things first, I just want to complete Rune Mysteries to have the ability to runecraft some items while my inventory space is still pretty empty. And as an Ultimate Ironman, it's absolutely crucial to be able to manage your inventory for the long term, and I very likely when I have much room here after a few episodes. While I do this quest, I just want to quickly run you by some rules and exceptions that I want to establish for this account. So of course, I cannot use any content that was released after the date of December 31st, 2005, which prevents me from using a lot of things that we still use to this day, such as fairy rings, the Lumbridge home teleport, and player-owned houses. And I want to emphasize on that last bit a bit more, because without a player-owned house, I lose a lot of potential to store and carry extra items outside my 28 inventory slots. It is further hindered by the fact that I cannot use the stash units or the looting bag, and these two are very commonly used by Ultimate Ironman to preserve items. So everything you see on my character plus the 28 inventory slots in my inventory here is all I have and will ever have to my name. Another restriction that I want to point out is that I can only complete up to 95 quests on this account, with the latest being Devious Minds, which came out on December 19th, 2005. I can also use every skill on the skill tab except for Construction and Hunter, so it's pretty safe to say that I have my work cut out for me when I plan on taking on this era's hardest bosses. As an Ultimate Ironman that has very limited resources in getting around RuneScape, I think it's best that we should limit the amount of weight that we have. Since this is 2005, right? We don't have access to Graceful. The best thing that we have is the Boots of Lightness. That's it. That's our only weight reducing gear. So I'm going to be pickpocketing this man here to get level 5 thieving, and also use up this bread and shrimp that was provided for me to get it out of my inventory. Alright, we just hit level 5 thieving, and now we can steal from the cake stalls in our Dorn, which is a great source of early game food. As I'm starting to branch out from the starting area a little, I'm already noticing the slight differences to the landscape between now and 2005, such as the fact it's like the little well, I guess that's like the perfect segue to a little quirk to this account has, and that's when I die, I will only have 10 minutes to pick up my items. And for those that remember, it was only 2 minutes back then. But as an Ultimate Ironman, I feel like that's just way too little time for the amount of potential risk that I have of losing absolutely everything that I own. One thing that did not exist in 2005 were these little packs of runes here, so I had to buy runes individually. And I'm going to be buying 6 water, air, and earth runes too for the Waterfall quest. While I'm on my way back to the Wizard's Tower, I'm stopping here at the church in Lumbridge to start the Restless Ghost quest, which should give us a few free prayer levels. I know literally everyone has used this little entrance to the swamp to get to the other guy in this quest, but in 2005 this did not exist, so I have to go all the way around Lumbridge Castle and enter the swamp from the west side. I know I sound like a broken record here, but these 3 combat tutors here, and I believe every other tutor, was not here in 2005. These were released in 2006, I believe. So our first quest on the account, Rune Mysteries, is completed, and that leaves 1 down with 94 left to go. We're also going to be picking up the skull here for the Restless Ghost quest while we're down here. And that is Restless Ghost completed. We also get a little bit over 1.1k prayer experience, so we just unlocked Mystic Will and a few other prayers, but Mystic Will and Hawkeye and the other better prayers relating to those, like Eagle Eye and Mystic fight did not come out until 2006, and that's going to be a common theme for this series. Like all the things that I mentioned in this video already, like the player-owned houses, fairy rings, and now like these prayers all came out in 2006. Like it really was the year where everything just came together and meshed together so well, and the whole game was just a million times easier. I did enter the Abyss mini quest for the rune small pouch to do some early rune crafting, like I kind of alluded to earlier in the video. But I'm just gonna cut to the chase and say that I did not follow through with this plan like at all. So just know that this clip I did mention how the wilderness did not exist, and we started and finished the Enter the Abyss mini quest. So we just got our first random event, and I have to mention that I must always stop what I'm doing and complete the random event at hand, as back then you had no choice whatsoever when it came to random events. There are other ones too that are now removed, like the Eagle Chicken, for example, which is like attack you out of absolutely nowhere. So from the random event, we got the little hat thing, and I think the Fast Escape is spot on. Alright, I got 10 HP and 8, 9, 10, 11 cups of tea from that little bench over there down south, and a dream to get across this mountain. Let's see if I can do it. Ain't no way that I made that. I honestly thought I was gonna die there right in the middle, because that big wolf deals 6 damage at most, and then like the smaller wolves deal like 3 or 4 max damage, plus it's multi-combat, so with 10 HP it's easy that I could have died there. So I'm going to pickpocket this man here for 6 coins. I'm going to buy the tinderbox from Aaron, who came out in 2002 and is not related to the whole trading charter ships over here that came out in 2006. And I'm going to buy the candle right here for only 1 coin. I'm going to drop the rest. I'm going to light this candle here and go down to the Temple of Ikov basement where I can get the Boots of Lightness. Just gonna slash this web here, and we are now the proud owner of the Boots of Lightness. It reduces our weight by 4.5 kilograms, and our weight is now reduced to 0 kilograms. So we're just about to start the Waterfall quest, but I came to Artie to steal a whole bunch of cakes and bread so we can hopefully not die and run out of food, I hope. So we made it to the start point of the Waterfall quest, and we got a little lost, I'll admit, but we made it. I have my little 2005 map. I believe it's from June 11th. 2005, which is a little bit outdated, but I really thought I knew where I was going because I played this game for so many years, and it's just like no little map that you can just click whenever you want. It's a little difficult to get around. We're not even like 1 minute into the quest and I already forgot what to do. It's not cheating if I look at the wiki, right? And I believe we clicked the barrel. Yes, okay. So the historian that I just went to after just risking my entire life of throwing myself in a barrel down a waterfall and getting washed up the shore, somehow not dying, says, yeah, just read this book and this is what I'm doing. I'm reading like 5 gazillion years of lore in like 5 seconds because we're like the best reader of all time. So we're making a quick pit stop to the Gnome training agility place area, and me helping out Femi here will help us a lot because in the future, if I don't, I will have to pay 1,000 coins, and as you can see, I don't have 1,000 coins. So training agility is important for any account because not only would I have access to some more shortcuts, but more importantly, my run energy restores much quicker. And right now at level 1, it restores at like 1% every 7.5 seconds. We're only gonna stay here until like maybe 15, 20 agility, I don't know, I'll see how it goes. But in 2005, we didn't have the rooftop courses, so after this, I think we might just quest until like 25, 30, I believe, and that will give us the Barbarian Village, and we can also do the Werewolf Skull Ball course, which is I never done before, so that'll be interesting. Whew, okay, that took a little longer, but we have level 15 agility now. Before we head down the ladder back there to get the little pebble thing for the Waterfall quest, we're gonna start the Tree Gnome Village quest so that we can use Elqua here to get in and out of this maze a lot quicker. Didn't have any problems getting the pebble, but this is the first hard part of the quest in terms of me not trying to die. There's like moss giants and a few other things in there that could easily kill me, so I think I have to drop these runes here and then I can go in. There we just pick up all of our stuff, and we did the second scariest part of this quest. So now it's time for the scariest part of the quest. We have a not burst of strength. Oh, it's a thick skin. That's the one I'm thinking of. But we're gonna use this rat here to defend ourselves against the fire giants, since they can hit up to a 13, I believe. So I got through, and now I have to put the air, earth, and water runes, one of each on the 6 pillars. And I have to be very careful about this, and this should be the end. And there we go, Waterfall quest is completed, and we get 30 strength and 30 attack. So after risking our life, like what, 2, 3, 4 times, we're gonna do the next hardest quest, and that is Monk's Friend, which of course I'm gonna spare you like the grueling details of this horrific quest. But we're gonna get 8 law runes from this quest, and I really don't have any use for them. I'm probably just gonna sell them or drop them. I don't know. I just need the inventory space. That's what matters to me right now. And that is Monk's Friend completed. And that is our 5th quest, I think, or 6th. I don't know. Right. So I completed some of the smaller quests and tasks that I felt like that could have been condensed in a few short seconds to save some time on this video. So basically, what happened was I got a cool new hat, completed Witch's Potion for some magic XP, punched a bear to death, got level 10 prayer for murdering a chicken, and finished Druidic Ritual to unlock Herblore, along with using a lamp from a genie on Herblore to get level 4. So I sold my diamonds and gold bars from the Waterfall quest, and my law runes from Monk's Friend, and now we can buy the air staff so we can train our magic to level 14. And getting level 14 will do 2 things for us. One, we can use Fire Strike, which is unlocked at level 13, and level 14 specifically is one of the requirements for the Watchtower quest. And the Watchtower quest gives us a little bit over 15,000 magic experience and a few thousand gold, which we could really use right now. Big level coming in at level 13 magic. So now we can use Fire Strike whenever we want. And going from Wind Strike to Fire Strike is absolutely huge. Wind Strike only does 2 damage while Fire Strike does 8 damage. So basically we just multiplied our damage by 4. And there's level 14 magic, which is one of the 5 requirements for the Watchtower quest. And now we're gonna go to Ardoin and get level 15 thieving to get the second requirement. Man, here we are coming in with 20 thieving, and at 20 thieving we can steal from the silk stalls, which I'm gonna be stealing from and then selling back to the silk trader here. You can only sell to the silk treasure every 20 minutes, I believe it is, and in between that I will be going to the agility course to train my agility to level 25 to meet that 3rd requirement. And also we're going to be having a target goal of 38 thieving so we can steal from the master farmers so we can get started on our farming. So my agility level is 20, and we did 50 laps of the Gnome agility course in total. And we're gonna sell off this silk. We're gonna sell it for about 60 coins, 1,560. So alright, that's not too bad. If we ever need money, we can just always go back to this. And here's level 25 agility. And now we could do the Werewolf Skullball course, which is a really good XP for this level. Given the restrictions that we have. Before we even do that, we're gonna have to do a few more requirements. Like I know we have to do the Creature of Regenstrain quest, but for now we're just gonna go back and sell all the silk. Bro, get out of here! I was here first. I'm gonna see if I can like outlast him. He logged. Here's level 30 thieving coming in. So with level 30 thieving, we are able to do the Feud quest, which should give us a level 37 thieving. Plus on top of that, we're going to be doing the Fight Arena quest, which will give us level 38 thieving. So we're questing our way to master farmers to be able to pickpocket them. And I know questing isn't the most fun thing, but we're going to have to do these either way, so I might as well get them done early for the quick levels. While we're here in Port Sarim, we might as well buy the runes for the new Fire Strike spell that we unlocked. Got 500 casts of Fire Strike, and it costed us about 6,000 gold. And shortly here, I'm going to go to Rargh to get the Fire Staff so we could be able to use Fire Strike, picking up some cheese for the Witch's House quest. And since we're in the area, we might as well just start the Vampire Slayer quest. It gives us about 4.5k attack experience, and we're making our way to Rargh anyway, so it's just, again, it's along the way. We're gonna have to do it anyways soon enough, so thought I recorded getting the Fire Staff, I guess not. But yeah, we have the staff now, the Fire Staff, and now we can use Fire Strike, which our damage is now 8 damage instead of 2 previously with the Wind Strike. And while I was in Rargh, I talked to Dr. Harlow, and we have the Stake and Hammer, so we're ready to take on Count Draenor. And that is Vampire Slayer completed, and along with that we get 33 attack. And now we're going to be doing Witch's House, which will give us about 6,500 hit points experience, which should bring us up to 25 hit points, which will easily increase our survivability on this account, which is something that we desperately need. We can't be having 11 HP for much longer. Well, honestly, it was a lot harder than what I remembered, but it doesn't matter anymore since we have now completed the Witch's House for 6.3k hit points experience, and that will give us to 25 hit points. And looking at the account now on the skills tab, the account looks so much better than what it did when I started this account 2 days ago, and I'm just very happy with the gains I made. So towards the end of the Feud quest, you have to fight this level 75 tough guy, and he certainly does live up to his name, as he does have an extremely high magic defense considering the gear and stats that I have. And you can tell I'm constantly splashing on this guy, and I only have a few minutes to kill him, so I don't even know if I can kill him. Yeah, not even close, dude. I gained 3 whole magic levels splashing this guy, and he only has 75 HP. I deal 8 damage, so I just keep splashing this dude. He's 1 hit away. I know my time's almost up. Please. Yes, yes. Finally, dude. I know I only had a few more seconds on that. So I clearly underestimated this one, as I had 10 kebabs and now I'm down to 2. I'm low on HP and I used up all my prayer on rocky skin or thick skin, whatever it's called, steel skin. But I am hitting much better on this guy, so there is that. So we beat the bandit champion and we get this adamant scimitar, which I'm not going to use at all anytime soon. I'm just going to go for a rune scimitar when the time comes. For now, we're going to go back to Ali Morrisane to finish this quest up. Alright, and that's the feud completed, along with 15,000 thieving experience, which will give us 37 thieving. And now all we have to do to get 38 thieving is to do the fight arena quest, which we shall go do now. So towards the beginning of the fight arena quest, you do get the Khazard armor, and is one of, if not the only, melee armor sets that does not affect your magic attack. And as you can see here, that my magic is still plus 12 despite wearing the melee armor. Has anyone ever noticed or realized that this fight arena is situated between Yanil, Ardoin, with the monastery right in the middle? It's literally 5 feet above north of the fight arena, and none of them have any sort of concern or care about a slave trade, a fight arena. Literally a fight arena, that's what it's called, going on. They don't care. The holy monks just let it be. They just let it happen. Oh well, that's a part of life. All I'm saying is why is it me, just a random nobody that just strolls on by and says, I can fix that? Why does it have to be me? So we just got level 23 magic in the process of killing this guy's dog. And that's another thing. Are we the bad guys? Is that a question that ever appears on your guys' mind? We're killing this guy's dogs. We're stealing everything that he owns. And last quest, the feud, we just poisoned the dude. Went into a town, killed their top gang members, which caused chaos within the town. And then even before that, we broke into a witch's house and killed her little science experiment or whatever. And it's just it really makes you think, are we the bad guys? Are we the ones that's actually screwing things up? So after murdering some guy's dog, we do manage to complete the fight arena quest, which will give us quite a bit of XP, along with 38 attack and 38 thieving. And 38 thieving does unlock us master farmers, and master farmers are an excellent source of seeds, especially at the lower level, and those low level seeds will allow us to begin our farming grind. So I'm trying to complete the tree gnome village quest, and I just have to kill this guy for the orbs, and I'm trying to safe spot him, but I can't really find the safe spot, and I know I'm gonna get the crap eaten out of me just trying to find it. I know it's somewhere in these trees, it's just I don't know the perfect alignment or anything. Does this... No, he's just gonna run away, so I'm not exactly sure what to do. Does that work? He's not backing up? I guess it works. I don't think this is the way you're supposed to do it, but if it works, I guess. This should be the last hit. Alright, cool. We have the final orbs of protection, and now we can just hand this in and then finish the quest. And also, we did get level 24 magic, so there is that. I'm pretty sure we also unlock spirit trees, so we don't have to use teleports when we finish this quest here in just a second. And that is the end of the Tree Gnome Village quest. and we also get 41 attack, which does unlock the access of rune items. So we just went from 0 to 41 attack without any sort of training whatsoever. And I also get the Gnome amulet, which does provide plus 13 defense in all melee stats, so I'm going to be wearing that for now. So one of the final 2 requirements we need for the Watchtower quest is 14 herb lore, and to get 14 herb lore I can just do jungle potion and recruitment drive quests. And the recruitment drive quest does require the Black Knight Fortress quest, which takes not even 5 minutes. So I'm going to do that real quick. So I actually timed myself, and I got a time of 6 minutes and 37 seconds. So not quite 5 minutes, but anyways, we just completed the Black Knight's Fortress quest, and we do get 2,500 coins, which should help. And I'm pretty sure we just talked to him again to start the recruitment drive quest. So I went to south of Khalimdor, right? And there was a bunch of imps, so I just decided to do the imp catcher quest, which took me like 5-10 minutes. I used up all my runes, mind and air runes, and the main reason why I did this quest was because we do get the amulet of accuracy, which does provide a +6 attack bonuses, I believe. So that'll be our best amulet for a long time until I get the amulet of strength, which I do believe I have to craft myself. I don't think there's any way I can get it in 2005. But anyway, that's the imp catcher quest completed. So I took a trip to Khalimdor through a boat from Port Sarim, and I ran all the way down to this guy to start the jungle potion quest. And the quest was doing pretty good until this clip right here. As you see at the bottom in the chat box, I do get poisoned, and I got poisoned by none other than the tribesman. And you can see here, I'm panicking, I'm freaking out, I don't know what to do. And then I realized, oh, the antipoison from the shop all the way up north. And I don't know like how far it was, so I knew I had to log out because that resets the poison timer. So when I logged out, I couldn't log back in, because in typical Jagex fashion, I couldn't log back in because the servers would shut down. So I took a few days break from this account. Alright, we're back. It's been 4 days since I logged on. Well, I logged in like 9 hours ago, as you can see at the top here, to check if I was still alive, which I am. I'm still poisoned though, so we just need to get this anti-poison potion. And the good news is that we're still alive. We have 2 more doses of the anti-poison potion, so if we ever need that again, we have it. Bad news is we have like no food whatsoever. Somehow we didn't die throughout that quest. Came close a few times though, but anyways, that is jungle potion completed, and we do get level 9 herb lore. I'm a little conflicted because it's necessary, but I don't know if it's in 2005 or not, but me putting these items on this table will make them last for 10 minutes instead of 2 if I just drop them on the ground. We need a full clean slate, no inventory items, no nothing on our person to do this quest, the recruitment drive quest. You just gotta talk to certification right here. And in this quest, there's like 7 different rooms with 7 different challenges that you have to complete in order to get to the end. Some of them are a little easier, like this one here. All you have to do is talk to this guy and don't move at all whatsoever. Like that. I just waited there for like 5, maybe 10 seconds, and there you go. That's the challenge. The challenge pretty much was like patience. That's it. You don't move your character at all. Now, this challenge in particular, I feel no shame for using the wiki, since I still, even to this day, many years later, have no idea like how you reach the end of this. So yeah, that's like the duality of this quest. Some are easy, like the first one I just showed you, and then like there's this one that's just like for me, I need the wiki to solve this one. So alright, oh boy. So this one, I do have to do a little disclaimer. So as he says right there, he says no blade may defeat me, but it used to be no man can defeat me. And with the new diversity update that they did a few months ago, you used to, what you had to do back then was you had to change your gender to female and then go back into this quest and defeat him as a female. But since that's no longer a thing anymore, we're gonna have to do it the new way, which I don't mind. It doesn't alter the account in any way, like nothing major or anything, but just a little nice little fact there. And that should be the last room as we're getting transported back to certification. And that is recruitment drive completed, and we get a bunch of XP. We get 14 prayer, 14 herbal, which is what we needed, and 26 agility. And I'm gonna run over and hopefully my items are still there. And it looks like no one took our items. We're safe. And I think now what I'm gonna do is get 40 mining for the watchtower quest for the final requirement, which shouldn't take too long, only a few hours. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I'm just gonna take this time to just speak freely and just kind of go off script here and just say thank you for watching. Right now it's January 29th. And I started this journey on January 6th, I believe. So that's 23 days of recording and playing, and most of it's editing. I just never got around to edit it, but here we made it. and I just wanted to do this series because I think it's a fun idea, and I just wanted to show the journey of what's happening and give some nostalgic tidbits to some of the people that did play in 2005, and I hope it was, an enjoyable watch. As this is my first time ever recording anything or editing anything, and I had a lot of fun not only doing that, but playing the account as well was extremely fun, and I hope that that feeling is reciprocated to you guys watching the video. But episode 2 will come out sometime this year, hopefully. I didn't realize it's gonna take this long. I don't have a lot of time on my hands, so I just do this in my free time. But I already have episodes 2 and 3 recorded. It's just a matter of editing it, and I have a really busy schedule, so that's really tough to do. But whenever that day comes, I hope you guys are around to watch it and enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying playing and creating this video. So thank you guys again, and see you guys in the next one.